Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where every whisper feels like thunder in L.A. Smash that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat in this wild off-season drama. Today, we're peeling back the curtain on one of the most surprising storylines emerging from the purple and gold. Jaxson Hayes, once the Lakers' promising young center, now reportedly facing an uncertain future, and rumors have begun to swirl that the team could be preparing to part ways with him altogether. Picture this: a dynamic 7-footer fresh off a midseason promotion to the starting lineup, averaging 9.3 points on an absurd 78.2% shooting clip, hauling in 5.7 rebounds, and swatting 1.2 shots per game across 24 contests. That was Hayes from January 30th to March 27th, a stretch where he looked every bit the part of a foundational piece in LA's front court. But that bright spotlight dimmed quickly as the regular season wound down. In the final 8 games, his minutes plummeted to just 17 per night, and his production followed suit, 4.6 points and 5 boards on average. Could this abrupt slide signal something deeper? Is it possible that Hayes' hot start merely masked nagging concerns about his stamina, defensive discipline, or fit within J.J. Redick's evolving system? Some insiders believe that the Lakers, armed with the blockbuster acquisition of Luka Doncic and staring down an urgent need for a more versatile big man, have quietly decided to explore other options, perhaps even eyeing a move to waive Hayes and free up his 2-year, $4.6 million contract. After all, with that deal set to expire in late June, the calculus is simple. Keep a developing center at modest cost, or open a roster spot and chase a veteran or trade candidate who better matches the team's championship blueprint. Could this mean LA is already writing off Hayes despite his flashes of promise? Fans are wondering if this could be the beginning of a surprising roster shakeup. Remember, the Lakers' front office publicly acknowledged a quest for size after the Mark Williams deal fell through due to a failed physical. That very failure kept Hayes in the starting role for weeks. But now that the offseason has arrived, LA could pivot decisively. Imagine the scene. Hayes, who once declared, "I feel fully ready to take full advantage of his moment in February," waking up to find his name on the trading block or even outright released. The shock would be seismic, given how quickly his status shifted from starting center to potential cap casualty. Let's rewind to Hayes' playoff performance, which delivered a grim preview of what might lie ahead. In the first-round series lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves, his minutes evaporated. 8 in Game 1, 9 in Games 2 and 3, and a mere 4 in Game 4, followed by a DNP CD in the series-deciding Game 5. 7 points, 8 fouls, and 0 impact when the stakes were highest. Could that mute showing in the postseason be the final straw? Is it possible that Redick and the coaching staff lost faith in his ability to anchor the paint when it mattered most? Yet Hayes insists he remained ready, growing a good amount, defensively, and craving more responsibility. He spoke humbly about respecting the coach's decision, but also confessed the need to work on his game. Some Lakers sources whisper that his work ethic and attitude never wavered, that he was always one of the first in the gym, the last to leave, ever eager to learn. Could this reputational capital convince LA to hold on to him rather than cut ties? The drama lies in how much the front office values potential over proven production. Contract considerations also loiter in the background of this saga. Hayes' expiring deal is a low-risk, moderate-reward proposition. Waiving him would clear about $2.3 million in cap space, enough to pursue a mid-level free agent or absorb a small contract in a trade. Trading him could net a late second-round pick, a modest haul, but better than nothing. Could the Lakers be setting up to pivot towards a more experienced big man, perhaps targeting someone like Christian Wood or P.J. Washington in free agency or via sign and trade? Fans are already crafting mock proposals: Hayes plus a second-rounder for a veteran center, or Hayes and draft capital for a wing who can space the floor. It's a chess match that could define LA's path to contention. Meanwhile, the ripple effects on the locker room cannot be ignored. Teammates who rallied around Hayes early in the season, players like D'Angelo Russell and Rui Hachimura, now face the prospect of losing a familiar presence. Chemistry matters, and the abrupt departure of a key rotation member could unsettle the squad. On the flip side, landing a new, proven stretch, big or versatile forward might inject fresh energy and sharpen the roster's competitive edge. Some insiders believe that adding a polished veteran could accelerate the team's championship, aspirations more than continued development of Hayes ever could. All the while, social media is aflame with fan theories. Are the Lakers truly willing to cut ties with a former first-round pick who flashed MVP-level efficiency? Or are these rumors a negotiation tactic? LA, leveraging Hayes' situation to gauge market interest and drive other teams to reveal their hands. Could it be possible that behind the scenes, the Lakers are orchestrating a larger roster overhaul, using Hayes as a sacrificial pawn to facilitate a multi-team deal? Let's not forget the human element in all this. Hayes, a 25-year-old with boundless athleticism and a soft touch around the rim, must now grapple with uncertainty at a critical juncture of his career. Will another organization, perhaps one with less immediate pressure than Los Angeles, give him the runway to flourish? Or might he land back in purple and gold after a brief stint elsewhere, returning with renewed confidence and purpose? The narrative is fluid, and the next chapter remains unwritten. But what do you think about all of this? Personally, as a Lakers supporter, I believe we should give Jaxson Hayes one more chance. His efficiency and defensive potential warrant further exploration, especially on a friendly contract. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. The ripple effect of Jaxson Hayes' potential departure sends shivers through Laker Nation. Picture this. The front office executes a move, and suddenly the roster looks different. Perhaps with a seasoned stretch big or a versatile veteran stepping into that minute slot. Imagine Christian Wood's mid-range mastery replacing Hayes' rim finishes, or P.J. Washington's two-way skills bringing instant credibility on both ends of the floor. Could such an acquisition turbocharge LA's pursuit of banner number 18? Is it possible that sacrificing a young asset like Hayes now leads to an immediate upgrade in postseason readiness? Fans are already debating whether a veteran replacement would mesh quicker with LeBron and Luka, providing that championship-caliber experience that the glass-slipper approach to developing Hayes might never deliver. On the other hand, many voices across Los Angeles believe Hayes' story isn't finished. His rookie contract coming off the books presents an opportunity for cap flexibility, yet parting ways with a player who shot nearly 80% when healthy feels like closing the door on untapped potential. Some insiders argue that patience could pay dividends. Give Hayes another year under Redick's tutelage, see if he continues to refine his footwork and rim protection, and only then make a definitive judgment. Could that path of continuity allow the Lakers to keep their prize draft picks intact for future trades or free agent pursuits? Could Hayes' explosiveness in transition and lob threat capability resurface once he enters summer training, fully healthy and motivated by this adversity? Meanwhile, league-wide reactions are already buzzing. Rival front offices are monitoring LA's every move, waiting to pounce on price drops or to offer unsolicited proposals for players like D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, or even Stanley Johnson. In the fluid chess game of NBA roster building, Hayes becomes both a lever and a target, a piece whose fate signals broader strategic intentions. Will the Lakers double down on win-now mode, or will they hedge toward long-term asset preservation? The answer may come down to one phone call, the one that seals Hayes' fate. Let's not forget the psychological impact in the locker room. LeBron James, ever the barometer of Laker culture, knows the importance of stability. If Hayes is shown the door, will it send a message to other young up-and-comers that short leashes come with high expectations? Or will a decisive move, swapping Hayes for a polished veteran, Send a message that the franchise is all in on this championship window, inspiring the remaining roster to elevate their focus and buy into the mission. The chemistry on a title contender is that delicate balance between accountability and trust. How the front office navigates Hayes' situation could set the tone for every player from the starters down to the end-of-bench glue guys. Of course, the most dramatic scenario would be Hayes landing with a conference rival. Imagine him suiting up for the Clippers or the Mavericks next season, becoming a nightmare matchup when LA faces him head-to-head. Could that what-if haunt the Lakers? Is it possible that letting Hayes walk for nothing empowers a rival and creates regrets? Deeper than any missed playoff series. Conversely, if Hayes thrives elsewhere, dropping 15 points on efficient shooting with 6 rebounds and 3 blocks, it will fuel endless debate about the wisdom of LA's decision. But if he struggles or settles into a bench role, it would vindicate the front office, proving that sometimes tough calls must be made for the greater good. Let's circle back to the heart of the matter, the Lakers' ultimate goal. Season goals shift as rosters evolve, but the pursuit of a championship never changes. Whether propelled by a veteran acquisition or bolstered by Hayes' rebounding and interior gravity, the Lakers must field a team capable of surviving the Western Conference's grueling grind. They need star power, role specialization, defensive toughness, and a bench that can close out games. Every roster decision, from Hayes to the smallest two-way contract, feeds into that high-stakes equation. Now, as the off-season clock ticks down, the Lakers must decide. Will they press the reset button on Jaxson Hayes' Lakers tenure, or will they recommit to his development? Could this be the moment that defines not just his career, but the identity of the entire franchise for the next 5 years? Fans are torn between impatience for instant upgrades and optimism for homegrown talent. It's a dilemma as old as dynasties themselves, built through the draft and development, or by proven contributors at the trade deadline. Whatever path LA chooses, one thing remains certain. The debate will rage on across social media, sports radio, and the stands at crypto.com arena. Every casual observer will become an expert, weighing in on Twitter polls and crafting highlight reel montages. And when training camp arrives, we'll see how the final roster takes shape, whether it includes that high-flying number 10 patrolling the paint or a new face ready to step into his role. But now, Lakers fans, it's your turn. Do you back the bold move of cutting ties with Hayes to chase veteran help, or do you believe in giving him one more chance to prove he's the long-term answer at center? Personally, I'm leaning toward keeping him around. His efficiency and youth are invaluable in today's fast, switch-heavy NBA, but I also understand the allure of a seasoned upgrade when a championship feels within reach. I can't wait to read your takes in the comments below. Let me know where you stand and why. Your insights will shape the conversation as LA moves closer to a decision that could define this offseason. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Jaxson Hayes' uncertain destiny, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and ring that notification bell so you're first in line for every roster update, rumor breakdown, and insider scoop. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and stay ready for whatever the purple and gold throw our way in this dramatic off-season saga.